Today we're going to talk about something about Livescope that I didn't know until recently, that I wish I would have known when I first put my Livescope on my boat. And the thing I didn't know about was calibrating. So I'm going to show you how to calibrate. And so if you go, so I got a Garmin 1022 here with an LVS 34. So if you go into your menus, go down to Sonar Setup, and then you go down to installation, things I wish I would have known, and then go to Calibrate Compass. So we're going to select Calibrate Compass. So this has never been calibrated before, so now we're going to calibrate it. So we'll hit select. So turn the boat 1.9 times in either direction, turn quickly but keep the boat level and steady. So from what I understand is you kind of want to set your trolling motor to go in a 9-degree. You want to turn it down to a pretty low level, and then you want to go constant and turn yourself, and then basically begin this process. And this calibration, you kind of want to be in a calm pocket. So I came in this little bay here. You don't want a lot of waves. You want your boat to stay pretty steady. And the reason I looked this up is I was out fishing on Okoboji last weekend, or 2 weeks ago. And I was out in some waves, and it was really weird. My graph, or like my Livescope, was all over. It couldn't like stay locked in. It looked like it was trying to search between like perspective and traditional mode. And it just, and I did some research online and came to that this should solve this. So now we're spinning around ever so slowly here. You can see that we are just letting the boat slowly turn. And its calibration status is, you know, we're at about 26%. What did we start maybe a minute ago? So this is something that should improve your performance of your Livescope, whether it's a 32 or a 34. No idea whether this is a thing on Humminbird or Active Target, but we're going to try this out here, this compass calibration for the Garmin Livescope. And this is another thing that I wish I would have known when I bought it. And then when we're done, we might go try to chase some crappies and see if it improves things. About 55%. Figured out them crappies. Obviously, this is something you want to do when you're, you know, not in a tournament, not doing anything. I heard the people say online that you don't want to be like moving around the boat. You don't want to shift and cause it to rock. You want to try to keep this as stable as possible. And I think it's something you could always recalibrate and redo when you're in better conditions, but I think it's worth a shot to see what it does. Almost 80%. Looks like we are just about to hit 100%. It says our spin quality was 98%, our magnetic environment was 89%. I don't know what that means, but it can't be all too bad. All right, the other thing that now we have that we didn't have before, which you can see on my screen here, is this little compass. So now when I spin my trolling head around, the compass moves, so now we can kind of see where we are, which is something we didn't have before on the screen. I think I want to change that. Now it's beam up. I think I want maybe north up. Let's see what that's like. Not that one. All right. So now it turns with my trolling motor head. So now when I'm looking and staring at my screen, I know where my trolling motor is pointed. I don't necessarily have to look up where my trolling motor is. So just another little indicator to better understand what I'm doing with my Livescope as I'm looking for things. So there you go. See how that improves performance. And now we've got that other little compass on our screen, which I've seen in videos and didn't know where it came from. So hopefully this was helpful to you. If you want to check this Garmin 1022 or Livescope 34, I will put links in the description down below to where you can find them. If you want more front-facing sonar 360 type videos, make sure you check out this playlist on the screen right here.